TOTTnews.com, Australia's frontline. My name's Ethan Nash, and as some of you out there may know, one of the most anticipated calendar dates in Australian history is upon us, as the G20 Summit is coming to Brisbane in just under a week. And as some of you also may know, TOTT News is based out of Brisbane, and that's why I wanted to make this video to tell you, some of you may see it on Facebook, that we're going to be covering the G20 Summit. This video is attached to an article on TOTTnews.com explaining what we're going to be doing and some of the coverage we're going to be providing to an alternative independent media base. Now, for those who don't know, the G20 is a collective gathering of the 20 largest economies in the world. They meet once a year to supposedly discuss a whole range of geopolitical issues such as the economy, the environment, etc., etc. And it was announced quite some time ago that the G20 will be coming to Brisbane in November 2014, which is just under a week away until kickoff. The new laws have already been enforced, which, for those who have followed us since it was announced, we've continuously been updating on draconian laws that have been introduced. We've covered forums in Brisbane talking about civil liberties. We've highlighted some activist responses that are going to be present at the G20 Summit as it approaches. And now here we are today, but I'm not going to get into some of the laws and everything. That will be in a separate article we're going to post very shortly on TOTTnews.com. This video is about the coverage and what we're going to be providing for our audience base out there. Now, it's going to be in two major parts. One is going to be the People's Convergence, which is a 3-day gathering of festivities, discussion boards, a whole bunch of just community workshops and various other things for a range of issues, you name it, during a 3-day protests. This has been planned by Brisbane G20, the Brisbane Community Action Network, but there are also over 20 protest groups and over 40 events, to my understanding, that will be happening through the week. But the People's Convergence kicks off on Wednesday, and TOTT News will be out amongst some of these workshops to get multimedia content and to provide a diverse range of reporting from what the people are doing in response to the G20 Summit. And then the second one will be the People's March on the Saturday, the 15th of November. So the People's Convergence is from the 12th to the 14th. The 15th will be the People's March, where they will march through the city and go to Musgrave Park for some entertainment and a whole range of other activities. So we're going to be at the Brisbane March on the Saturday to gather the footage. And these two major portions of our coverage will be in just single articles, and they will be just little info blurbs and some photos and some multimedia that we get, and it will be recurring. So for the People's Convergence, for example, there will be a People's Convergence article, and they'll have November 12th, 13th and 14th, and in between will be all of the different workshops and forums and content that we've got continuously updating in between. And same for the People's March on the 15th. Now, if we do get significant coverage for some of the workshops, or they are significant discussion panels that we think deserve major recognition on the front page of the site, the blurb will then expand into a greater article examining the topic, with obviously the mountain of content that we hope to get. At the time of filming this, we're hoping to get interviews and videos and photos and a whole range of multimedia aspects during the G20. The TOTT News team will be split all throughout the city, so we're going to have a lot of content to provide, hopefully. So it's going to be in two major articles, and then in between will be recurring articles on significant topics. We're also going to have exclusive videos on the TOTT News YouTube channel, which we've already edited a couple that are ready to be uploaded, and I will be updating live on my Twitter at EthanTOTT. So if you want to know what's happening in live time, follow me on Twitter, and that's really encompasses the whole spectrum of coverage and updates that we are hoping to strive for. And we will be collaborating with a number of citizen media journalists and citizen media networks, and that's what I want to get into next. Is the Citizens Media Hub at the Wandering Cooks Centre within Brisbane. There will be Wi-Fi and food and drinks available for purchase, and it's a hub where citizen journalists can come and publish their content during the G20 Summit. All details to that will be in the address bar. That's Brisbane. I've been majorly responsible for setting that up. So if you're a citizen journalist within the city, do head down and you will have an avenue to publish your content if you were there, and TOTT News will be in and out of there, but we'll also be at our TOTT News Australian Roundtable Hub. And once again, thanks for everyone that's been tuning into the Australian Roundtable. It's exponentially expanding, and it's a fantastic thing. But the Australian Roundtable, in the article that you can see attached to this video, which will also be in the description, you can see a poster where we're promoting that there is a hub for citizen journalists if they want to stay, use internet, and chat with like-minded people and collaborate together within the city as well, just as a backup or as an alternative to the Wandering Cooks. But there's no way in opposition or competition of each other. It's just two citizen media hubs for people if they want. So if you want to come to the Australian Roundtable Hub or the Wandering Cooks Hub, both info for both will be in the description. And the main premise of this is what we can expect, and what we can expect from a historical standpoint is bias, media manipulation, sensationalism and fear induced into the public to manipulate their public opinion, and we are going to be presenting the alternative. So if you want people to know the real news, or if you want to know the real news, please tune into TOTTnews.com. Please tune into the Australian Roundtable, which will be broadcasting hopefully on the Friday, the Saturday and the Sunday nights live, which I will hopefully be on if something hasn't happened. But we need to present an alternative to the mainstream media coverage, because the sensationalist, biased, just blatant propaganda is inevitable. So we need to be here to tell what's actually happening in the fields, and we hope to provide the highest standard of contextual independent media for you, the viewers at home, to find out what's really going on during the G20 Summit. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/TOTTnews. You can also subscribe to TOTTnews.com on the right-hand column. The official link is TOTTnews.com/tag/G20 coverage if you want to see all of our G20 coverage, which will be archived on our website, or you can click the little G20 logo on the right hand side of the website to have all of the G20 coverage that we will be doing and we will be collaborating with to produce. And that's really it. So please, as I said, subscribe, because there's plenty more on the way. We've already got videos ready to be uploaded, and it's going to be a really, really crazy week. And we hope to be the flying force against the mainstream media of spin and deception. But I'll stop rambling for now. There's plenty more content to come, so I'm sure you're probably going to eventually get sick of me talking, so I don't want to bore you already now. But as I said, for more information, check all the links in the description. And until next time, please stay tuned for more. Thank you.